Hmm. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello there. Well, we're back. Crow, welcome. Crow first, what do you know? And Noobzilla, welcome. Hope you all are doing well today. Been having a fine Tuesday. Traviculogo uses Force Mog. It's true. We're gonna get there. Maybe. Hopefully. Also, glass isn't working correctly right now for some reason. I don't know what causes this. I just have, the most volatile KOTOR copy ever sold. You're not supposed to put more than 100 hours in this game or have this many saves. It just can't handle it. Yeah, I heard about the workday troubles. Been alright since I got home. That's good. It's good to be away from all that. Glass is always kind of weird for me. Yeah, but like, textures aren't even rendering through it correctly now. Maybe I need to start deleting some saves. Good stream title. Thank you, thank you. I always try to make my stream titles unignorably stupid. It's what I do. Dual Ring, Bendex, Bounty. Let's go rescue Bastila before we go turn in all that. Hello Alcatraz, welcome. KOTOR is a game that was never meant to be played. You're just supposed to look at it and think, yeah, that's KOTOR. Hello Forlorn Watchman. What's up? Nothing much. What's up with you? Hope you've been having a good Tuesday. Hope you've been chilling. Surviving. What does mogging mean? Have you watched Zoolander? If you've watched Zoolander and you've seen Ben Stiller do the blue steel, that's what mogging is, basically. No? Damn. It's just like making it's basically just making like a duck face in order to prove that you have a good jawline, you have good facial structure, you're handsome. You're just like, you're trying to out-mog, as it were, the other person that you are attempting to mog as a way to prove that you are more pretty than they are. It's new gen slang. It's brain rot. However, it's one of the brain rot terms that I like because of how absurd it is and because of the theme of this run. So I enjoy the word mog. Mogging is what I will do after this race. So true. Actually, no, not true. You're about to be taken out, Volker boy. You don't got the speed that I do. I just wiped out your whole club. It took a long time, but I did it. So, you know, it is what it is. Holy shit, is that Redros? Yeah, that is Redros. Redros is literally in the chat right now. I think that Every copy of KOTOR is personalized, and that it comes with personhood, and as such has performance anxiety. True, I suppose. Maybe becoming a hermit ain't so bad. Maybe not. Hello, Chups. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. New subscriber here. I love silly challenge runs, especially in old BioWare games. Hell yeah, dude. I do as well. Glad you enjoyed my videos and subscribe. Thank you for coming by to say hello. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're doing a streaming series right now where we play KOTOR with only one in each of the stats, or not one in each of the stats, where we can only use one of each of the stats as our main stat completely. Right now, we're trying to beat the game with only Charisma. We did a run with only Constitution as well. That is in my playlists and stream VODs, if you'd like to take a look at that. Remember when Monkey made videos? Yeah, I apologize for taking such a long time with my next one. I am working on it, I am. It's just... I have been procrastinating like a big chud. It will be done, I just don't know when. Alright, Bastille, you got this. 1v1. Frederick's still looking at me. Bastille, please, He's not gonna stop looking at me, bruh. Please! Actually, Bastille's kind of ripping him apart. I think it's because she's getting the attack bonus. Because Frederick had his back to her. She's getting a AC bonus. Bro, Frederick just can't stop coming after me. He wants that Traviculogo, bruh. It's alright, we live in interesting times. I've been trying to game dev, but my motivation is gone. Aw, shit, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope it comes back. Hope you find your spark again. The first video I found was your honor mode run. Heck yeah, dude. That was one of my favorite videos to record. It was such a fun challenge. I am glad you enjoyed it. Sorry, Redros, but you're kind of cooked, bro. You're on the floor right here, actually. And Bredric's next, bro. You and me get to watch, kinda. You know, you're on the ground and all that, but it's all right. You can understand. You can infer. My amnesiac Sith Lord can't be this cute. I'll rip apart the galaxy for him. Max Charisma, Bastila. It's perfect. It was flawless. Alright. Now we get the best armband in the game. Frederick's belt as no. And we can't use that dex. We need the saves for now. Really bad, actually.
Please take me to Karth right away. Between the three of us,
I
I'm sure
bet
we will have
KOTOR
some
2 honor mode was just as fun and didn't make you hate Atten. Ahaha. KOTOR 2 really is the Atten hating machine. Oh boy, I sure don't hope I hate Atten after playing this.
Is something
Atten hating machine in question. One of these days I'll get through KOTOR to honor mode. It's just gonna take a lot of patience. Because there's just so much volatility at the start of the run. There's so much volatility in KOTOR 2 in general. And having to do Paragus over and over again because something goes wrong is just maddening. Meanwhile, I probably should have implemented a companion death rule for KOTOR 1 honor mode. I wasn't sure if I was gonna need it or not. I was challenged by KOTOR 1 honor mode, but I definitely could have made it harder. With the companion rule. I don't think I would have minded playing Terrace again. In comparison to playing Paragus again, skipping through dialogue, doing the back and forths, uninteresting quests, and then doing Telos as well. Again, I have a pretty hard bias for KOTOR 1, so that could just be that. Not speaking to any quality of the level design. Can charisma be taken as pheromones? Or are you so gorgeous you wake up people's primal instincts? It's Trask Olga. He's such a Chad that he just makes people... He makes people enamored with him by his mere existence. It's an aura he radiates. It's something extra-dimensional. It's just in the water. It's in the air. It's Trask Olga, dude. Hooray, quest complete. Dirty games are junk, man. Oh god, Paragus is painful in general. Yeah. 1 is just cozy. It does feel more cozy than KOTOR 2. KOTOR 2 kind of makes you do your homework. Pay attention in class. Tap the whiteboard sort of thing. I seriously didn't know that you could use med packs from inventory and skip animations until I started watching your videos. Yeah, I'm probably not going to have animation skipping, animation canceling in my videos for a while. If I had used animation cancels for honor mode, god, it would have been so much easier. Now that I think about it, I should use animation cancelings for KOTOR 2. That'd probably make my life a lot easier as well. Also, I forgot I have to go duel. I'll see if I can't beat Twitch. It's just on Telos. Atten sucks. Next time I do KOTOR 2 honor mode, I'm gonna try and just take Atten out of my party. Just have it be me and Kreia doing shit. That should probably be fine. And I'll just maintain Atten's low level until I can make him a Jedi. In which case, I can give him all those useful Jedi levels.
I saw you. Hold on.
Goodbye. Imagine if you just ignored Canderous here. You would die on Terrace. Be kind of wild, actually. Alright, Twitch. Let's see what we can do against him. I also dread KOTOR 2 honor mode's extended edition or remastered edition. Not remastered edition. Restoration mods, extended sections on Nar Shaddaa, the droid factory. KOTOR 2 is honor mode is going to be like something I really, really dial in for. Like, I will have to be at the top of my game, building every single character, having detailed plans for every single character, a progression for every single character, getting gear and whatnot. Knowing what I'm gonna do for everybody. Oh, I haven't even beat Marl yet, shit. Uh-oh. But, yeah, we'll see what happens when we get to that point. When I'm ready to go back to that game. You can't Riz the Marl. No, you can't. Marl does not understand Riz. He's 853 years old. You could probably just play the Outer World game. You know, I have considered playing Outer Worlds. I probably will play Outer Worlds on my Twitch when I set that up. Because Twitch will be where I play games unrelated to KOTOR, or games that are going to be like tested out with my audience, with my friends and fellows, to see if people would actually want to see me play those games. For example, you wouldn't see me playing Dragon Age Origins on YouTube stream anymore on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, you would see me try out games like Dragon Age or Mass Effect on Twitch first, and if people liked those runs, then I'd do a serious run on YouTube where I do a real challenge. Instead of what I have been doing recently, which is playing those unrelated, KOTOR unrelated games on my YouTube and wasting my time with that. Because people didn't like them. Well, it's not completely wasted. There were some people who liked it, and that's cool. It's just, you know, KOTOR is... I'm the KOTOR man. Rip Marl. Marl is older than Yoda. I was glad that the animation cancel worked so well there. Just being able to get in his face and make him back up. That helped a lot. Malachor has some absolute nightmare sections too in RCM. Malachor is not too bad compared to Nar Shaddaa and the Droid Factory. I would say Malachor, you just run past most things. You just have to have Mira upgraded. Atton, it doesn't really matter if he... I'm pretty sure Mira matters. You can't have her lose to Chundar. Not Chundar. Hanhar. Similar phonics there. But Atton can die. Atton can die, and he won't die, quote-unquote. He'll be taken into a cutscene and then die after the game ends, so that's fine. But yeah, Malachor with your main character isn't too bad. KOTOR to Love Triangle Simulator. Oh my god! Redros came back from the dead as a Force Ghost? I didn't know he had it in him. I didn't know Redros was freaking Force sensitive. Holy shit. KOTOR 1 is just a silly little guy. KOTOR 2 has level locked loot. KOTOR 2 level locks certain items from being found, such as lightsabers, and higher tier armors and items. It is... I think it's kind of possible to still find stuff like that on accident. Like, for example, I've gotten some high rarity gear during my playthroughs, not on purpose likely, it was mostly a glitch, I'm guessing. Like, I've gotten gear that I should have found at level 15 because it was just loaded in that way. What I'm trying to say is KOTOR 2 has randomized loot, excepting for a few things that are set. But, the loot that is randomized typically follows a leveling pattern, so you can't find a random... I don't know how volatile the system is, I don't know how much crossover there is, if you can find gear that's higher level than it's supposed to be, and you just get it anyway, or what. But, bathtub streams? Eventually, surely. It's the eventual progression of every streamer. In HK Factory, I run past everything. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I'll have to do that next time. Or just not even make HK, honestly. Just not even bother with HK. Rip Marl, for real though. All Wookiees look the same to you? No, that's not what I meant. KOTOR episode 2. You also have a section as Bayo's little droid. That section isn't so bad if you kill all the storm beasts ahead of time. If you kill all the storm beasts in the area as your main character, you can fix that problem where the remote is forced to wander around and not die. This is very delicate animation canceling here. One wrong move and I'm dead. As we saw. Oh, what? Like, genuinely, how did that reach me? I genuinely, though, that was actually cheese. NPC cheese. Do I have a preferred lightsaber color? I'm a Viridian saber kind of guy. I like cyan. I like cyan. I think that's the coolest color. Though I do like yellow for banana. It's on brand. Purple lightsabers are cool, it's true. Can I beat KOTOR 2 as a Paragus Minor? All those guys are dead. All those guys got cooked. I'm fighting Twitch chat, it's true. Hello, hello. I buffered there for a second. Are we good? Are we chilling? Alright, we got Twitch. Let's go. Hi, what is mogging? Have you ever watched Zoolander? The movie with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. Have you ever seen that movie perchance? Nope. Okay. Well, in that case, mogging is new gen slang for when someone tries to test the appearance of someone else by making a duck face. They are trying to highlight their facial features, their chin, their jawline, their general handsomeness, in order to quote-unquote mog another person and compare. It is just like total brain rot stuff, and I love it because it's funny and absurd. Also, it fits the challenge we're doing where we're focusing on charisma only and nothing else. Everything else is set to 0. Can I explain it using Lego? So when a normal minifig is trying to act like a big fig, they try and mog fig. They replace their head with another head that makes them look more chiseled, more bricked, if you will. Ultimately, the minifig is pretending to be more like a big fig, but the big fig would, big fig in question doesn't exist. They're lying to themselves, they're delusional. It's all brick rut. Lord Business told me that, by the way. Can I explain it using only red Legos? Well, you see, piece number 10,923 is I don't know, man. I would have to dig pretty deep for that one. In England, mogging means making a fool of someone. I would say yes. I would say it's pretty similar. You're trying to make someone else appear less pretty than you are by mogging them, by doing the duck face and showing how pretty you are compared to them. It's a social media brain rot new gen joke of absurd humor. There are some people who unironically do it though, and that's why we're basing this run off of one of those people. It's very funny, very silly. But yeah, that's the rundown of what it is. I wouldn't like go too deep into researching it because it gets kind of actually sad seeing the people who will literally smash their bones with little hammers on their face in an attempt to have a better jaw structure. It's really weird. Lego piece 10923 does not exist. Fuck. Dude. My Master Builder card is gonna get revoked. I'm good. If you try researching mogging, you'll ruin your algorithm. Yeah, exactly. That is the concern there. If you don't know what mogging is, you're much better off for it. It is a sign of employment and focus on literally anything else. They changed the name from looks maxing. No, it's mogging was the original, then it became looks maxing. I don't like looks maxing as a term. I think mogging is more absurd and funny. But, you know, what does it really matter? It's looks maxing, pretty much. The Black Volkers will get their regards. I don't know about that, Redros. I don't know, man. I'm thinking that perhaps Terrace will, not be around much longer. Don't get algorithm mod. Aura farming? Yes, aura farming as well. All synonymous. Mogging, looks maxing, aura farming. Looking like a fool. What does based mean? To be based, you must have a take or stance that is a brave thing to have, and not many people would agree with you, and yet you're brave for saying something controversial. That is what it means to be based. Like, I like mustard instead of ketchup. Let's pretend that nobody likes mustard, and you're just brave for saying that. That makes you based. However, the word based is overused and has lost all meaning. Because now based just means, oh, that's good, to some circles. So the original meaning of the word is completely moot. It's kind of a useless slang word now, because it just means anything people want to make it mean. So I don't use it. I probably used it back when it was becoming popular, but then I dropped it once people started just completely butchering the meaning. Mogging is an action, looks maxing is a philosophy. Now we're getting really deep into it. Yes, I see that you are a ghost now, Redros. I see the change in your PFP. It's glorious. Do you know what the word feat means? Like in this game? Well, feats in this game are like perks. You take a feat in order to get some kind of bonus or build-related thing. For example, you could take the toughness feat to have more HP per level. Unfortunately, I'm playing a scoundrel. They don't get a lot of feats at all, actually, so I'm kind of cooked in that regard. Was it based an old meme? Yeah, it's old now. It was like coming around when I was in high school, so it's old now. Thanks for reminding me, by the way, that I'm old, that I'm unk. I think that certain countries in the Middle East is doing bad things to its neighbor. That's a base stance nowadays. No, it's just that's just true. It is. It's doing bad things. There are lots of bad things going on between neighboring countries in the Middle East. Quite a few. Okay, but ketchup sucks ass, though. I disagree, but it was a hypothetical. Truth nuke. Hello, Pickles Cage. Based God? Based on what? I'm getting old too. Yeah, dude. We're all unk status out here. Feet fetishists, when they hear that you can earn feats by leveling, they lose their mind. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's crazy. That's nutty, dude. Feat means an achievement gained through courage, skill, or strength. Yes, that is the normal word. That is the normal meaning of the word. And very much based on the D&D meaning. It is assumed that through leveling up and gaining experience that you do courageous things, learn skills, or gain new strengths, such as the feats that you have available to you. From a game design standpoint, they're perks.
Listen to me,
But from a roleplay point of view, yes, they are feats that you are assumed to have gained through your experience and leveling and growing stronger, doing things, etc. etc. About to look up wiki feat to get a list of feats in the game. Does Revan Mogmax Malik due to the fact he has a jawline, or Malik doesn't? And Malik doesn't. It's true, yeah. Malik has that metal jaw so he can mog, but if you take that off, he gets mogged by everybody. He's a mog victim, actually. He can't look smash for the life of him. He has no bones to smash, bro. That's why Revan cut his jaw off. So that he couldn't mog anymore. He was getting sick of it. If I do the Gronk voice, again I get struck for copyright. If I do the Gronk voice good enough, maybe they'll assume it's from one of the things that Gronk's from. From that guy's repertoire. I forget the name of his voice actor currently. The name slips my mind. I don't know if I could make an impression good enough that would be flagged as, like, audio from one of the movies that dude is in. That'd be really funny, though. You're rereading the Bane books? Heck yeah. Interesting. Let me know how those books are. I may have to pick them up one of these days. That'd be kind of cool. Patrick Warburton, right. Yo, asked better if leveled Batani to level 4 before Monday. I'm pretty sure I got most of it done. Disney will find a way. Joe Swanson. You could pull a Brock Sampson. I like how Brock Sampson is like Warburton speaking a little slower. And that's like the depth of his range. The difference between Joe and Brock is speaking just a little slower. I find that a little funny. A little silly, you could say. Alright. So we want the clankers attacking each other. That's always helpful. The droid, though, we can't take his shield off. That's okay. We'll work on that. We've got Ion. It'll help. You could pull a Brock Sampson. Is so funny. When you have a voice like Patrick Warburton, you don't need range to be a VA. It's true. His voice is just that distinct. I mean, being typecast, that's whatever, man. If you're getting work and you're getting a lot of characters and people are knowing your name, like, does it really matter if you're getting typecast? Recognizability as a voice actor is actually a big bonus, big plus. Glupshido starts panicking when Solid Sopos enters the room. The opposite of Glupshido. Would it be Soap Pisso or something? Low-key, I don't think I want to fight that room of people. I think it's too much damage. Lance Reddick had a voice like that too. Yeah, rip Lance Reddick, dude. It's unfortunate. I think Lance Reddick has good acting. He had very good acting chops, though, so I would never say he was without range. He absolutely had range. I remember a time where everyone was Nolan North. Yeah, dude. I think a lot about voice acting is voice recognizability and having a really good agent. Well, duh, that's normal entertainment, but like, I think there is
Pure Pazak.
a higher threshold for voice acting. Maybe it's also being cheap and available, but who knows? Not me. I'm not a professional voice actor. I'm just a layman who has ideas. Also, thank you very much to Armoth Hugger. Armo Thugger, even perhaps, for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Nolan North, Troy Baker, and Yuri Lowenthal. The trifecta of basic male protagonist. It is what it is. Darth Bane is definitely worth reading because the author was involved in this game's story. Revan also appears. Ayo. You know, I gotta wonder how Revan's afterlife worked. Seeing as, you know, he had a dark side, he had a light side. Does that mean his, like, psyche and soul split in two after he died, and, like, the dark side is, you know, hanging around in the evil places of the galaxy, occasionally appearing to give guidance to evil people, but, like, his light side version is passed on? Or was it all wholesale? Did Revan actually not pass on after Vitiate died in that one part of SWTOR, which I haven't played yet? Did he actually decide, you know what, my ghost is going to be evil? So, like, does he just fluctuate between passing on and coming back? Gotta wonder. Like, what is his deal? What does he even do? Don't forget about Matt Mercer. Can't forget about Matt Mercer. Also, hello, Music Man DP. Welcome to the chat. Yuri was the Spider-Man. Split custody of the Force Ghost? Yeah, exactly. Who gets custody of the Force Ghost every 1,000 years, you know? What's the system they got going on? What did the wills decide? Gotta wonder. Darkseid gets him on weekends. I'll take that headcanon. It was lazily done. SWTOR did the characters an injustice. The point of Revan was that he was true to himself and did what he believed was right. Revan, my goated 80s sitcom star. His spirit manifests in whatever your internal dark or light side stance is. So, like, if you find a place that was tainted by Revan, or, like, is just possessed by Revan, it'll be whatever Revan you would agree with. It's a spectrum of Revan. That sounds really complicated. Holy shit, is that Pickles Cage? Yeah, that's the one and only Pickles Cage. We've got lots of celebrities in the chat tonight. We've got Redros from Terrace. Recently just died. He's a Force Ghost now. We got Pickles Cage, the Music Man DP Gaming, the one and only. He's so good at video games. I wish they could make a Revan movie. I think Revan is impossible to do correctly apart from KOTOR. I think that people should eventually make an Old Republic property, but I don't think Revan should be a main character. He should be like a background character, maybe even a side character. He should be an event, a force of nature occurring that pushes the characters in the show or movie or whatever to do things. Or maybe even a villain. But making something about Revan is just never going to work. KOTOR's already here, and what's going to do better than that? Nothing. Not even SWTOR or his own book could do it. Revan's spectrum disorder. Jedi exile destroyed nearly godlike Sith Lord who ate whole planets just to die off screen. Yeah, so ass. Hello, SNES. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Hope you've been having a fine Tuesday as well, dude. Thanks for coming by. Oh, fuck. These bitches got grenades. I should probably save. I don't know when my last save was. Yeah, pretty far back. Make a movie about the Jedi Civil War. Oh, nah, they'd make Atton the main character. I hate that guy. Not a big fan of that Atton Rand guy. Not my slime. I hear Music Man DP Gaming is very good at Arkham Knight. Yes, he's very, very good at Arkham Knight. You should watch that video. That would mean they'd have to make him canon, which they won't. Technically, he is canon, based off of the Episode 9 Star Wars Encyclopedia book, in which a random Sith regiment and/or ship was named after Darth Revan. So technically, he was real and existed at some point in canon Star Wars. They just, haven't, done anything with that. He's essentially a lore Shido at this point in time in canon. He's a vague Shido, not even a Glub Shido, just a vague Shido. Maybe a Glub Shido, but we don't actually know for sure. Schrodinger's Shido, if you will. I've been fed misinformation. He's basically not canon, let's be honest. He's basically not canon because he hasn't gotten anything big. But he's been mentioned in the most scrap way possible. Bare bonesed way possible, so however canon you think that would make him. Are you gonna make this a full video? Not this run, in specific. This one's just gonna be a stream series because it's probably gonna be pretty short. Atton Rand versus Anne Rand. Who wins? Anne Rand, because I can't let Atton win anything. What is mogging? Have you watched Zoolander? Also, yes, looks maxing. That's my default explanation. Zoolander. Darth Bane is a ghost Shido just like me right now. Darth Bane. I'd say Darth Bane is much less of a, Glup Shido. He is a Glup Shido, but he's at least been shown in Clone Wars. And that's more than a lot of other characters can claim. Oh, what the fuck? What? Bro threw a grenade at close range. Fucking crazy. A Junta Paul Origin of the Sith movie could go hard. I remember a random talk show host was given a segment where they talked about a Junta Paul for some reason. I wonder how that happened. Maybe they will make an Ajunta Paul related movie or lore drop in the future. That'd be kind of cool. I think super ancient lore like Ajunta Paul and the Jedi, the original just Force user conglomerate, would probably be a little too vague and far in the past to be interesting. But who knows? Nah, we can't give Anne Rand any W's. We can't give Atton Rand any W's either, though. The real question is, will they finally acknowledge Darth Binks? True and real. The strongest Sith Lord to ever exist. I officially love Atlas Shrugged. What's that? Context? I need context, Mr. Squidward. We have a third, much less evil Rand. I don't know any unevil Rands, dude. Unevil's a real word, by the way. Dude, I'm telling you, a Darth Binks reveal would go hard. It would be funny. Pre-lightsaber? Yeah, dude. Pre-lightsaber? That's like what people come here to view Star Wars for, man. The lightsabers. You can't tell people, where are the lightsabers, and say, no lightsabers. Sorry. That would have to, like, watch normal people or something. That would never work. I've never heard of Andor. Any plans this week? This week, I am going to do as much editing on my upcoming video as possible, and I will be away from my... I'll be away from my workspace, my laptop, for 5 days or so, maybe 6 days. After that, so I will be not streaming or doing anything for the channel for that amount of time, but when I am back, I will resume. So, I'll be taking what is a short break for family-related things. Once I get back, though, plans are pretty much the same. I'm going to release the upcoming video as soon as possible. Public Discord will become available, so everyone can join that. That'll be great. We're going to do a lot on the public Discord. We're going to watch the KOTOR short film that one high school film production team did. We're going to play Pazak. We're going to have Pazak tournaments. We're going to set up the SWOTOR guild with Grug. It's going to be big. And if we hit 10k after my video drops, my next video, then we'll be doing face reveal, we'll be doing Twitch. Lots coming up. Lots of stuff potentially coming up. But this week is going to be quiet. I will not be streaming after Friday, I think, for 5 or 6 days. I'll let you guys know when I am back for that. This guy doesn't know. Atlas shrugged, point and laugh. It's a book written by Ayn Rand, well-known libertarian/anarcho-capitalist. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I just said her because I couldn't let Atten win. Dog reveal? Yes, dog will be revealed. You don't get the hate for Mace Windu? There's hate for Mace Windu? Who hates Mace Windu? What do you think the new Old Republic game is going to be about? I think the new Old Republic game, KOTOR, is going to be some period of time after the second game. Or probably more accurately, some period of time after the first game. I don't know if they're going to acknowledge the second game. I think it would be difficult to work in the second game's lore. Unless the remake comes out first and, like, has a whole bunch of changes. We'll see. But it's going to be some period of time after the first game, and likely the second game. Maybe with the Republic rebuilding after all that happened during that time, in the period before SWOTOR happens, in which the Sith Armada comes back to the main galaxy and starts doing shit. So it's likely going to be the Jedi rebuilding the Order from what is basically scratch after the first and second games. The Republic rebuilding from scratch. Pre-SWOTOR. Just the Republic gaining its strength back and whatever stories are involved with that, if I had to guess. I bet we're going to have a descendant of Bastila and the old boy Kevin involved. Maybe there'll be a companion or even the main character. Just like Satel Shan and Theron Shan in SWOTOR. I think that would be cool. But you never know. Fuck, dude. There's just too much. I have no HP. I'm just a goblin. The Old Republic is non-canon, right? Yes. SWTOR is not canon, KOTOR is not canon, KOTOR 2 is not canon. But if, like, canon in relation to each other, currently, yes, it's all canon. SWTOR is canon to the timeline of Old Republic. You mentioned it, the series about younger Revan and the start of the Mandalorian War should be a good introduction to the Old Republic. Yeah, there would be a lot of freedom there to mess with old Kevin. Because not a lot is really known about how he acted, or, oh, yeah, there's a lot. We know a lot about how he acted. There's comics, and lots of dialogue about what he did and what he was all about. But it's never been depicted directly, so it wouldn't be the worst place to start. For some reason, I've noticed a lot of fans hate on Mace and blame him for Anakin becoming Vader, treating him like he's some heartless jerk. That's the whole Jedi Council's fault, honestly. There's a lot of things that went wrong in Anakin's training. A lot of things. Darth Kevin. Hey, Monkey, appreciate your streams. Gets me out of a bad mood. Well, I'm glad I can help with that, dude. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you coming to say hi. Prequel Jedi, no babies unless your species is near extinct. Old Republic Jedi, more babies! More babies, and they trained adults pretty regularly. They were at war, bruh. They were just replenishing their numbers. That guy got fragged by his own team, haha. Funny. Replace Master Windu with Master Rook. That'd be kind of funny. Rook would hate on Anakin even more, though. Rook would be digging in his butt all the time. Now I kind of want to hear Master Rook's voice actor say, "Start digging in your butt, Revan." Shit would be so peak, actually. Hey, no healing. That's not allowed. Can't do that. Can't do that. I read that in House's voice. More babies, more mouse bites. But it's against the Jedi code. Surely we'll fall to the dark side. Don't care. More babies. Jedi MD. New series on Disney Plus. Turbo spawning babies, indeed. Don't care. More babies. Anyone think Kyle Katarn is ever going to make a comeback? Nah. I think Kyle Katarn, even among Old Republic and Old Canon fans, I think he's become a glup shido. As far as glup shido and non-canon stuff goes, I just think he's become too old. But who knows? Maybe they'll do something with him. Maybe they'll, maybe old David Filoni will find a way to bring him back in live action. And have him die to Kylo Ren or some shit. Anakin Skywalker is definitely a Weezer fan. Master, you don't understand. It's so peak. I love their music. Can I beat KOTOR as Harry Dresden? Breaking into people's houses with the Demon Slayer shirt. That would be interesting. I mean, the prequels are pretty poorly made, even if I'm still nostalgic about them. Hello, Hadrian. Welcome to the chat. Have you tried the fourth form? Only people try the fourth form. You are stupid. Did you know that Qui-Gon Jinn is supposed to be 60 and Liam Neeson was 47 at the time? Casting was an insult. Yeah, I do remember reading online the original version of The Phantom Menace because I was curious to see if the original script was better than what we got. Doing some prequel science there. And yeah, Qui-Gon was supposed to be much older. I found that interesting. It was supposed to explain his frailty and his eventual demise in the duel with Maul. Bro was just not ready because he was old. Anakin listens to shoegaze. Not my boy Kyle. Kyle Katarn was not a glove shido. He wasn't. He was popular, but like just enough time has passed, and he hasn't gotten any games. I just think it's been a long enough of a time that it's kind of fallen off. The knowledge of Kyle Katarn has fallen off in comparison to people like Starkiller or Revan or whoever. It's just no game disease. Revan is a glove shido, but in the Old Republic setting, he's not a glove shido. He's the guy. If you know Old Republic Ball, then he's the guy. Oh, there's two of them. Meanwhile, with Kyle Katarn, I think a lot of post-Empire, post-original trilogy games and lore is pretty obscure, to be honest. I think Old Republic had much higher peaks than games in those subject areas. But feel free to disagree with that. I'm just speaking off what I played as a kid. I didn't play anything that was post-Empire, post-Imperial. Fuck. I thought I could finesse it, chat. Anakin Swolewalker and Ben Swolo. Just started a dark side female run on a KOTOR to try 2 to 8 soldier consular. Named her Gloopa Shido. Amazing. Peak. It'll be nice someday if we could get Revan's name. I really hope Revan's real original name is Glup Shido. That would make me so happy. It would be so funny. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. Alright, time to go outside and get our free healing. Ugh. Well, yeah, the expanded universe Mara Jade is not a Glip Shido, but who even remembers that stuff? I'm not a boomer and I only heard about her. Yeah. The books, though, I think the books, though, had their different... I think the books were in a different league. I'm just talking about, like, video game knowledge. Book knowledge for Old Republic and old stuff. Old non-canon stuff. I don't know, man. They're all technically Glup Shidos, but... we'll see if Kyle Katarn gets slotted back into the current universe. I just don't know where he would be. Why did that dude follow me? What the fuck? Why he just standing there menacingly? Everyone knows Mara Jade. She's George's favorite character. Oh yeah? Then why'd she die? Who is this? What is he doing? Don't heal. That ruins it. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. Got him. Phantom Menace novelization is great, IMO. Just finished reading it recently. I've got to read all the novelizations of these Star Wars movies. Like, I don't know, like, if they're better. If they do some things better or worse. This is gonna be unpopular, but I love the Yuzan Vong. It was cool seeing a new villain faction that has no connection to the Empire or Sith. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people enjoy the Yuzan Vong. I have not read the books myself, but again, I should. That's lore I should look into. Ahsoka Season 2, Ezra trying to find some pilot because Hera is busy with her child or some shit, and he stumbles upon a smuggler willing to take the job, and his name is Kyle Katarn. Wait, Peak? Peak? Kyle is so back? $1 more billion to Star Wars? And then there's like a secret inquisitor who's after them. He's got this really cool designation, really cool code name. They call him a Star Killer. Guys, we may be cooking. It's all coming back to us. No one mentioning the best EU characters, Triclops and Trioculus. Never heard of them, bro. I'll take your word for it, though. I wonder what Star Wars video game character who is no longer canon has the highest chance of being brought back into canon. I know that Dave Filoni basically said, hey, Starkiller is Ezra now, and General Kota is Kanan. I don't like that. I don't like that. I want their normal forms back. But yeah, what other like Star Wars video game characters have a chance of coming back? And where could they be placed? Kevin, of course. I do think they could use Kevin somewhere. Somehow, somewhere. Wouldn't be that hard even. Triclops is the mutant son of Palpatine who has a third eye in the back of his head. He gets usurped by Trioculus, who has a third eye on his forehead. Wow. That's crazy. I won't say who because I don't want to spoil it, but the major death scene of the Yuzong Vong War had me crying when I first read it. Interesting. Malgus? I don't think Malgus has a chance to be his own character. I think he's just chained to SWTOR, if you ask me. I don't know if they would ever make like a standalone thing about him. Darth Magus. I remember playing Jedi Outcast for the first time. The most important question for me was why the hell main boss looks like a Power Ranger villain. That dinosaur humanoid. They just did whatever the hell they wanted with Star Wars back in the day, man. They had fun. Those twins and their Emperor dad from the dope-ass animated commercials. Thexan and Arkin. Yeah, they have SWTOR, so they're never gonna be like anything other than SWTOR. This is gonna take a while, fellas. I could technically just no. Okay. Yeah. This is rough. I wish I had the HP to tank, but I just don't. Kahlo Nord could have a Mando-like Western series. I can't wait for Kahlo Nord to take in some random alien baby. That'd be great. Canderous movie? I think Canderous has a lot of potential. I just think we're Mandalorian out as is, unfortunately. I like my slime Canderous. It's also a shame that his original VA has passed away. I don't know who could replace him on screen, honestly. Also, this guy's really difficult to animation cancel with a gun. I'm low-key may have to just use my worst melees. HK-47 would be so fucking peak, dude. I would love it if they did something with HK. I think it's cool that they made Dirge from the 2003 Clone Wars show canon. The big muscle man creature, the Lekgolo. Trask Ulgo is the ultimate mogger, that's true. When I think of Old Republic, I think of Vibroblades. I wonder how Vibroblades would like be widely received by people who have never heard of them. What do you mean Star Wars has had this blade weapon that can clash with lightsabers for a million bajillion years? Why don't we see them more? I feel like that'd be like the complaining we'd get. Let's whip out the sword. The old prototype Vibroblade. House Ulgo does beef with House Organa. We could have an Alderaan political drama. That could actually be really cool. But then again, I think some people would be like, wow, none of this matters. They're all gonna die. But I do like the idea of political drama in Star Wars. You need to watch the Gennady Tartakovsky Clone Wars series. Yeah, I do. It's on my bucket list. A movie about Atris? I think she's too... I think anyone from KOTOR 2 would have a rough time being sold. Except for Kreia. I think Kreia is like the only KOTOR 2 character who has widespread like appeal. Apart from Nihilus and maybe Scion, because they're the box art bad guys. Can't assume we could be in time after KOTOR 1. He tries to rebuild the Mandalorians. Because Revan told him to. Because Revan told him to! Oh yeah, this is going to be much easier with a sword. But not perfect. I probably should just crit strike spam, so that's an easy, predictable animation. Bug. Bug. I'm running out of space to run. And we run, and we run, and we run. Hurrah. Fuck, I'm doing it wrong. This is a lot easier with power attack. Fuck. Stop it. Oh my god. If I could get him stuck. If I could get him stuck, I could throw grenades at him. Bring around the Rosie. Dead by Daylight fans be like, oh my god, this gameplay looks so peak. This is gonna take a really long time. Fuck. I keep doing it wrong. Fuck. Got one. Got one. Did that wrong? Ooh. Alright, we do the loop-de-loop. As we get back in the hallway, easier to animation cancel out there. Nice, nice, nice. Almost there, almost there. Running out of space. Gotta do the loop-de-loop again. Loop-de-loop, loop-de-loop. Turn around. Nice. Things I do for the most meager reward. In the frame of this game. This guy is like never a challenge. Loop-de-loop, loop-de-loop. He's running! Why is he so fast? Why is he so fast, bro? Oh, whoa, 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 buddy. Oh, sheesh. Sheesh. Alright. We're back. We're so back. Level 8 before Big Sith Man as well. Not bad, not bad. Look at that HP, guys. We finally have the HP of a level 2 character. I will silence this one. The fucking voice lines. Kreia voice lines. Lore explanation could be that vibroblades are made from a specific material that were depleted long before the prequels. Maybe. Ron Perlman could have been Canderous 20 years ago. What does Ron Perlman look like? Oh yeah, actually I see that. I totally see that. My first exposure to KOTOR was when my dad downloaded a bunch of Star Wars wallpapers from Linux computer back in the day. It was mostly KOTOR promo art. Oh hell yeah, dude. Very nice. You can't slice the droid to make him weaker through the terminal. I could have, but I don't have the... I didn't have all the spikes I needed to make that happen. Unfortunately. I needed more materials. I could have bought more. But meh. We won. That's what matters. I could have stripped his shield, but since I was using melee, it didn't matter anyway. That was as good as it was gonna get. Star Wars nature documentary. Low-key, that could be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind that. Mandalorians are the Star Wars version of the Mongols. Mongol, Spartan... hybrid things. Just thug it out, bro. So true. Let me just thug it real quick. Who's excited for Sith Governor? Not me. It's interesting to me that Karth gets shit for being annoying. I never thought he was that annoying. Yeah. Karth is about first impressions. And lots of people have bad first impressions of Karth. With a lot of RPG characters, it's about first impressions. Like Lae'zel as well. Lots of people don't give Lae'zel a chance. Alright. Let's see how gun cancels work in comparison to sword cancels with this guy, or if I just, you know, grenade spam to high heaven. Karth is just sad because his dead son turned into a Sith and his mentor is a villain. Yeah, I'd be pretty sad about that, honestly. Pretty honest, pretty understandable reason to be angry, pissed off. Alright, what grenades do I got? Actually, not a lot. Plasminade to get the fear. It did not get the fear. The fear! Also, just so you guys see how bad my save is against this guy. For stasis, my save was a failure. Roll 8, -2 versus DC 20. So, I have a -2 base. I do have a -2 base. Hold on. I have a -2... No, I have a +2 base now. I have a 0 base. I have to get a nat 20. With drugs, I can make it... With drugs, I can make my... Actually, no, I can't. I can't even up it, because I can't even up my constitution. That's a run-restricted thing. I can't even do that. Even then, my save is still -1. Hold on, hold on. Karlak is tall, muscled woman. Yes, yes she is. Run invalid. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway. Fortitude. I can't use stamina. So the best my fortitude save is gonna be is 0. Every time the Sith Governor casts something, I have to get a nat 20. Let's say that I used all of my rogue feats instead of having HP, which would have been hell, and I put them in conditioning, then I would have a, 15% chance to save instead of a 5% chance. So I just kind of have to hope the Sith Governor decides not to stun me, or that my grenade stuns him. So I'm going to start looking at what kind of grenades we got available to us. Cryoban grenades, they're not available. They don't exist on Terrace. Adhesive grenade, perhaps? They're also not on Terrace. Those would be really helpful. Concussion nades suck. The DC is pretty easy. Pretty easy to ignore. At that point, why not just throw a plasma grenade for the fear debilitate? From the fire. I kind of just have to get, like, perfect grenade RNG, I think. Who dare? Perfect grenade RNG. Get stunned. Didn't get stunned. We reset. We have sonic nades. We don't really need the effects of... I don't think we actually have sonic grenades. Maybe poison grenades wouldn't be the worst. No. Man, the stun wouldn't be good. Also, Card's sad because we play Femrevan and do his romance. He thinks he finally met the one who could fill the hole in his life after his dead wife. It turns out she's Space Hitler with amnesia. Card's kind of got it rough. He doesn't know who to trust. Poor Carthy Worthy. Alright, chat. Did not get the RNG. Did not get the RNG at all. And the worst part is that I could beat this really easily if I just let Mission do this for me. If I just let Mission use demolitions. Demo missions, if you will. And just lay a bunch of mines. But alas, that's illegal. Alright, chat. Plasma grenade. Plasma grenade. Horror for 3 seconds. Horror. It's a DC 15. Fortitude. Fortitude save, DC 15. Sith Governor. What is his save for Fortitude? How many tries is this going to take? And how many times in a row am I going to have to get him feared? Let's take a lookie. Let's take a looky wookie here. Walk through Terrace. Sith base. Sith Governor. His Fortitude save is 14. He never fails. Except on a crit fail. And even then, I don't think he fails on a crit fail. I don't know if the saves allow for crit fails. Or if it just counts as one. Because I know crit fails can happen with everything else. I don't know. Maybe it does. He has a 5% chance to be stunned. His will save is a lot weaker. Do we have any grenades that affect will? Grenade. KOTOR. It wanted me to look up Grenade by Bruno Mars. That's kind of funny. Okay, concussion grenades probably wouldn't suck. 30% chance is a lot better than 0. I would have to get, like, concussion, plasma, plasma, concussion, plasma, plasma to have that perfect chance of winning. And I have lots of concussion aids.
Who dare?
Who dare? I have concussion. I also have Sonic. I guess I could do concussion, Sonic, plasma, because then Sonic reduces his dex save against the damage overall. Maybe. I don't know. We'll try some things. If it doesn't work out, we may have to call up some glitches, if there are any glitches to kill the Sith Governor, or just skip this part. May have to call in some speedrun glitches here. How do speedrunners usually get past this part, I wonder? Concussion. Didn't work. 30% chance. Better than 5. How do you mog? Have you ever watched Zoolander? Or do you know what looks maxing is? Because that's what mogging is.
Who dare?
It's very brain rotted. He didn't get stunned. He didn't get stunned. 30% chance is awful. What if I just run into his face and, like, just distract him with wanting to slash him? How long could I do that, I wonder? Mog rhymes with grug. True and real.
Who dare?
Who dare? This. Nope, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Like in the game, how is moving your weapon? That's a joke. That's just a joke stream title. I can use persuasion checks using the charisma stat, which is the only stat I'm allowed to use for this run. That's the challenge run I'm doing. More details in the description of this stream. So I can weaponize my persuasion, but this isn't Fallout New Vegas, where you can persuade everyone to do anything, pretty much. It's pretty limited, so this is a pretty hard challenge. Yeah, tank his crit strikes with 32 HP. True. He moggin', they doggin'. We're going through it right now, low-key. More than a little low-key. It's pretty high-key. 30% chance. Yeah, I got one! Alright, plasma, plasma. And then we have to get another concussion nade. That's the best attempt we've had, though. You know, less than a quarter of his health bar. Fuck. Let's run the calcs chat. I forgot the mathematical equation for the chances of something to happen twice with a certain percentage. Chance of 30% happening twice. Probability calculator. 0.3, 0.3. So 9%? 9% chance. 9% chance. 9% chance that we get two 30% chances in a row. We're probably going to need a third and a fourth, so let's not even go even lower with that. With the 2%, 2.7%, and then fucking 0.081. Massive win. This is why we gamble. Just have your damage scale with charisma. If only. It does. It technically does once I become a Jedi, but I'm not a Jedi yet. So, you know, we're crying. I may have to look up speedrun tricks. It's always 50-50. It either happens or it doesn't. You're so right. You're so right. It didn't work. He's coming after my ass. He's coming on my ass. What? Chat, somebody queue up the KOTOR speedrun attempts in your separate tab. KOTOR speedrun. 17 minutes. Let's see his terrace. You can walk through walls now. Huh. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, so this looks... You can kill the Sith governor without being in combat. That seems to be the glitch there. Wow, that's really simple, actually. That's really simple, actually. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so, fellas, there is a technique, a method, that involves the same trick I usually do to skip Tatooine and get to the star map quickly. Mogging. Hello, Jess. Welcome to the chat. What will happen first? First, Sith Governor dies, or Traviculogo resists a stun. They have the same chance just about of happening. I just realized your force power DC is kind of screwed. Yes. Yeah. I'll be able to fix it with force resistance, but yeah, for now it's kind of fucked up. I feel like charisma should affect crits, if only. Use the world to stop time. Throw a bunch of knives, that's the strat. Try to riz him. Tell him that his bald head should look beautiful and light or some shit. Hey, Sith Governor. I like big, powerful men. You, Nobody quote that, by the way. I'll cry. What? Joe Biden. Okay, so, listen. The way this speedrun trick is gonna work. It's quick saves. I'm gonna open the door here.
Who would have?
The idea is to press F4 faster, actually. I'm not moving.
Who dares?
I'm not fucking moving. I don't have that movement down. The idea is that while I'm running, just spam F4, but it stops me. I don't know why it stops me. Spam F4 until I am behind him or just whatever.
Who dares to
And
break
then quick
my
load.
meditation? You will pay for interrupting my... Wait.
Quick load, KOTOR. I don't actually know the bind.
Very strong. Who
F5.
Force adept could be...
And behold,
Who dares to break my...
now I have a section where he is unassailable. I am behind him. I didn't trigger the cutscene, and I can talk to him. The idea is, once combat starts... No, fuck, I fucked it up! I fucked it up! I fucked it up, I messed it up. I pressed F4 instead of F5 there. The idea is, once you're, like, really close to him, and you have him right where you want him, you trigger combat in your original save, F5 to reload your save, and then, as you reload the save, you'll be back. I'll show you. I'll show you once I actually get it done. It'll make sense when I show you. The idea is the combat state carries over from the quick load, but the Sith Governor isn't fighting you because in the quick load he's not aggro, but you're aggro from the last save.
Who dares to break my meditation?
And
This meeting...
quick load in combat. There it is! There it is! Wait, what? I'm not attacking. I guess I have to queue up attacks to make it work. But you see the general
Who
thing going
dares
on there.
have thought of... Spoken this me... Who
The
dares...
fuck. I don't know if I have to queue attacks or let me look into this again. Yes, I have to click attack over and over. I basically have to kill him in 4 attacks. That's not happening. That's not... No, it is! I'm a scoundrel! I can make it happen! I can do that! So yeah, I have to be behind him. Yeah, okay. I chose the right class for this specific trick. If I hadn't, I would be cooked. Okay. Alright. Let's start over. Let's try again. We will use motherfucking prototype vibroblade. Because why not? I already know a really good speedrun strat. Open your Windows folder, delete System 32. Makes all games run faster. The strat. As a kid, I remember having more problems with the droid than the governor. No, the droid's annoying for sure. I understand.
Who...
Fuck! Gotta try again. Alright. We're behind him. We're on his ass, you could say. Quick save.
Who dare...
Who dare?
Spoke...
Quick load.
Who...
It didn't transfer. Hmm,
Who dare?
probably gonna have to be quicker. Maybe it's because I'm not facing him? What?
Who dare? This meeting is a stroke of luck for me.
Alright, let's try again. I can't use any stims because they're not charisma. There's no charisma stims.
Who dare?
Fuck, dude. I was getting it pretty good earlier. There's no stims that give charisma, so I can't use them.
This. Who dare? Who dare?
No, what? Why is it catching me now?
Who dare?
Uh,
The.
let's see. How about is this gonna work?
Who dare? Who dare? Who dare? Who would?
I'm not transferring the frickin' attacks between saves.
This. Who dare? Who?
Yeah, it just turns off. Like I'm not able to get everything all at once. Like I need it to.
Who dare? Who dare? Spoken like.
Just came in, what's going on? We're not beating the Sith Governor without cheese, that's what's going on.
Who dare?
And I fucked up my save. So I'm trying to use speedrun cheese to beat the Sith Governor. I definitely remember everyone in the DARE program being super charismatic. So by spamming, you can skip the fight. Not skip the fight, I can fight the Sith Governor while he's unable to fight back, while he's like in his dialogue form, not in his combat form. That's the idea.
Who dares to break my meditation? Who dare? Who dare?
I just need to do this correctly. I can get one attack off, but after that, it's rough. I'm probably missing a step in understanding this.
Who dares to... the...
See, like, that's the thing. That's what I want. When I quick load, I want to attack.
Who dare... spoke this... Who dare...
Like, I don't know how to transfer my attacks over. The guy in the speedrun gets to transfer his attacks over. Like, if I queue up 4 critical strikes and then I load my save, that's what the speedrunner is able to do. Maybe it's VSync related. Maybe it's VSync related. Also, key mapping. Default action. So I can spam R there.
Who dares to...
Okay, that did it. That did it. Okay.
spoke... Who dares to break... Who dare... Who would have...
So there it is. There's the default action stacking.
Who dares to break my...
Why did he talk to me?
Spoken like a... Who dare... Who...
Oh, default action just means everything. Including just talking.
Who d... Who dare... Who... Spoke the...
Excuse me.
Who dare... Who dare... Who dare... These...
Why wasn't it triggering now? Time to call in the Rhodium Bouncer. Try a relaunch. Cache is probably crunchy. You can't use combat feats for this glitch. You also can't move while attacking. So no combat feats. Can't move while attacking. Just convince him to let him have the codes. Let me have the codes. Thank you, Zork. Rip for his run. Not yet.
Who dare... Who dare... The... Who dare... Who...
I can't have default action talk. I need default action to only queue up attacks. Honestly, I could, if I just got rid of my crit strike feat, that would make this a lot easier. I don't know, man. It's a rough trick to pull. Cycle attack to basic and press 1, but then I lose out on, like, the timing.
Who d- Who d-
Yeah, because, like, I have to, like, re-engage on the governor, like, immediately. Is there a bind for engaging? Is there a bind for cycling, for that matter? I think the bind is R, but if I press R as soon as I open the combat, I don't know. That did it once. I'm not getting sneak attacks. I guess I just have to... I have to use a gun, probably. So that I'm not directly facing behind him.
Who dare spoke?
Alright, well... We need to reset
Who dare?
original thing here. Need to reset original spot. Disruptor rifle's probably my best bet. What's my sneak attack damage at? 4 to 24 damage plus a d6, so I have 5 to 30 damage per shot, and I have 4 shots. Sith Governor has 150 health, effectively. 148. So I can't even do that with the Disruptor. I have to dual-wield guns and hit every single bullet. I have to dual-wield pistols. That is my only real way of doing this. Because then I have up to a maximum of 60 damage per attack if I hit both blaster hits, dual wielding. I don't have a good chance to hit, though. So, if I gotta do it, I gotta do it. We'll see. I'll give it a try. Alright, the game said, fuck you, you're messing around too much. Understandable, honestly. Excuse me. I'd be pissed too. Let's go get Karth's Blaster. I could get double Bendak, maybe. If I can go fight in the duel ring right now. That'll help my chances marginally. Are we cooked, chat? We'll see. I'm not done yet. Why no explosives? They don't do damage. And they don't stun. I would still die afterward. I can't use demolitions either because this is a charisma stat only run. Charisma does not affect explosives. That's intelligence. Intelligence affects explosives. Grenades probably wouldn't work with the glitch. Yeah, they probably wouldn't. And they wouldn't even kill. They wouldn't have enough damage. Unless I got 4 perfect plasma nades. And even then, I don't think it would work. How do you get double Bendak? To get double Bendak pistols, it's really easy. You just beat Twitch and then don't talk to Mata the Hutt for your reward. Go talk to Bendak Starkiller first, and then when you do Bendak Starkiller's match, you fight him, win, talk to Mata. He'll give you your reward for Bendak Starkiller, and then if you talk to him again, he'll give you Twitch's reward, and it'll accidentally give you a second Bendak gun. because it assumes that was the quest you did. Alright, so let's have a Karth gun. A Kartha. Karth, buddy, I'm gonna need you to drop that shit. Take that shit off. I need it. Yeah, my chance to hit goes into the shitter because this is not a normal run. And I don't have any dual wielding invested. With the Bendak's gun, it would probably be like 0 and 0. No, not even 0 and 0. It'd be like 0 and 4 or something. Bendak Star Killer gun. Yeah, it would be 0 and -3. Better, granted, but not great. Let's just see if we can even pull this off, like, once normally. Let's see if we can even have it happen. If we can workshop. Wired targeting, if you want to look it up for more in-depth guides. Grenades only would be easy if you had a normal amount of health. It would be nice. Holy shit, that's a cool exploit for the Bendak you just dropped. Yeah, surprisingly easy too. I'm surprised I never did it on accident. Does that shakedown for extra 20 credits work twice too? I don't know, actually. Not sure. Alright, here we go again.
Who dares?
God damn it. That timing is finicky. I have a combat tag on him. That's funny.
Who dare?
I somehow triggered combat. Well, no, I know how I triggered combat. I've been doing that.
Who dare?
That just turned me around for no actual reason. Why is it turning me around, dog? My mouse is not at the bottom of my screen. What is this?
Who dares?
My game is throwing. It's turning me. Why is it literally throwing me? What? Dog shit game, dog. Let me abuse your shit perfectly the first time.
Who dares?
God damn it.
Who dare? Who dares to break my
Look,
meditation?
bro didn't even. He's not. He didn't even open the door. Can I do something funny with this?
Who dares to break?
I could talk to him twice, I guess. That's funny. Mildly. Not really helpful, though.
Who dares to
Ugh,
break?
whatever.
You are of this.
One whole doubloon of damage, chat. Did you see that? Wow.
Who dares to...
I don't know if this will count as behind him. Okay, hold on. Back. Break better, darn game. Like, exactly, literally. Hello, Demsyke. Demasik, by the way. The game is fighting back. I'm worried you're going to cause the game to have a mental breakdown and freak out. Not built to handle this much quick saving. F4 key gonna break. Won't energy shield make the whole dual pistol thing pointless? No, if I'm able to hit the sneak attack damage, it'll just break the shield. I just have to hit every shot, though, which is not likely with this terrible stat spread I've got going on. Maybe this would be possible if I had chosen Jedi, or not even Jedi, fucking... If I had chosen Soldier, because then I would have better stats and more feats. That's a what-if scenario. A possibility. See, that's like 24 damage.
Who dare... Who dare... Spoken like...
Like, if I had better stats, it would be over. That would absolutely be it. That would absolutely be possible. The way it is, though, I could just chip him. I could chip him and then hope grenades do the rest, maybe. Maybe. Or maybe I use dual disruptors. Maybe I use a disruptor in the offhand. That way I can at least rip through his shield with that one. I don't know.
Who dare... Who would have thought a force adept... Spoken like this meeting is a stroke... Who dares to...
He just dodges, man. That's really annoying. Ugh. I assume sneaking around back. I could... No, I don't have stealth. It's not a mogging strategy. $2 monk. Huge damage. I kind of just gotta get really, really lucky with the hit. With my current build. If I were a soldier right now, I'd have like +3 more attack, and I could probably have maxed out dual wielding. Excuse me. So it would be a lot better, a lot more consistent. And I don't think, like, editing myself to be a soldier would change that much about the current run I've had, because I haven't really been using sneak attacks at all, apart from against, like, some rat ghouls. So if I have to change my class in the editor, that wouldn't be the worst thing. Just for more consistency. Once again, proving that Soldier's just better in most things. Soldier. How much more attack would I have? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'd have +2 to my attack. How many feats would I have? I would have 5 more feats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more feats. That would help immensely. Because then I could get max dual wielding to just increase my consistency with this trick.
Who dare? Who dare? This meeting. Who dare?
Because I'm almost certainly losing a lot of damage from missing. See, like, that's half his health bar right there. Which is crazy. Hello, Mijanchi. Is this even mathematically possible? I would have to hit every single one of these shots for it to be mathematically possible. But with how ass my damage is, it's unlikely. Hello, thank you, Mijanchi, for the 6-7. Why can't you use stims? I mean, Clavicular uses meth. It's I can only use things that boost my charisma, and nothing in this game boosts charisma except for force powers. So, it is how it is. Is it Trask's fate to die by a Sith boss? Lol, Lamau.
Who dare?
Who dare? Whoop, there it is.
Spoken the.
See, I would have to like break his shield there and stop missing. I have the damage because right, Soldier wouldn't even work actually. Soldier wouldn't even work. Oh, that's ass. Soldier would not even work here because of the no sneak attack. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I could remove the dueling feat I have and say that I made a better choice earlier in the game and gave myself at least one dual wielding feat. But I definitely needed the toughness. I could probably say that I have 2 in dual wielding. If I had just chosen my feats better, I could say that I have those dual wielding feats. Let's begin the hypothetical. Rather than restarting from the very beginning, let's say that hypothetically, I put my feet in better things, like dual wielding. So we remove Master Toughness, we remove dueling, add dual wielding 1 and 2. 2-weapon fighting, I should say. It's fair. I just got to disconnect. Don't know why that happened. Don't know why that occurred. Sorry, fellas. Weird. Put that feet in my food? Bro, that's crazy. That's nutty, actually. Alright. 2-weapon fighting. Add new feat. Improve 2-weapon fighting. It is safe to say that if I had just chosen things differently, I could have had 2-weapon fighting and improved 2-weapon fighting throughout my current run. Dueling hasn't affected my run very much at all, and I didn't get Master Toughness until just now. And I haven't really had a chance to use it. So we'll say this is fair game. Meth can boost charisma or whatever. I would say cocaine is probably better. I wouldn't know, bro. This run is getting put on the operating table for a life-saving procedure. Kind of crazy. I had no idea this game was D&D based in the original Xbox. Nice temperature, by the way. Nice temperature. Ah, yes. The weather. Thanks, Windows. Appreciate it. Alright, let's load this. $69, lol, Lamau even. Do I have the feats? I think I do. There they are. So I have a 0 and a +2 now. That's a little better. With Bendak's gun, it would be 0, it would be 2 and 2, which not great, but better. Much better than -6. Let's try the trick this time.
Who dare?
Much better. I need max roll. See, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Much, much better. I think that speedrun also uses, like, the fake level trick to cheese level 20 for higher sneak attack levels. But I wouldn't want that for the rest of the run. I would want actual force powers. But that's a lot better. That's progress. I could probably grenade this out. I could probably grenade this. If I'm lucky.
Who dare?
Let's just try. Let's just raw.
Spoken like this.
No. It's not gonna happen. I'm here for the final boss. Yes, you are, Enohito. We're trying crazy things for this one.
Who dare?
I didn't click enough times. I need perfect damage for this to have a chance. It's not gonna happen. Who dare?
Who dare?
Who dare?
This.
See, even I'm not even getting perfect damage here yet. And it looks like I can actually get a 5th attack if I click in the right way. I think that 5th attack is big.
Who dare?
Yeah, I got a 5th. I clicked fast enough. Oh, that damage is really good. That damage is really good. I think I get it. I think I get it. I get it. I get it. Hit. Hit. Yes! 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 Charisma! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! We did it! Charisma! Charisma! It's possible! It's doable! With cheating, it's possible! Let's fucking go! Dies of Rays. Talked the game into letting me proceed. Exactly, bro. Let's drop a save. Let's drop a save. Let's secure it. Let's fucking go! It's doable! What a moment. What a fucking moment, chat. Oh. Oh, what a moment. Ain't that beautiful? The dual wielding made a big difference. Big, big difference. Ooh. Yeah. Huge. Massive. See, if I just made better feat choices in the earlier game, I wouldn't have had to edit the files. Because those 2 feats I definitely could have had. But it was too captivated by my Riz to react. True and real, actually. Canon. Good thing no enemies in this game have higher health. Yeah, never. We were here, chat. Let's fucking go. So fucking true, dude. So real. Oh, holy. Oh. Just another L for the dueling feat. Honestly, bro. So true. Good thing we chose Scoundrel here, or else that wouldn't have been possible at all. That's basically a Scoundrel-only trick. Though I guess a good dual-wielding soldier may have enough damage if they crit once or twice. But no, honestly, I think that's just the Scoundrel-only trick, let's be real. Wait till Trask kills Darth Bandon. Hell yeah, dude, it'll be great. That's the mysterious stranger right there. The real mysterious stranger. From the video game. Oh, holy fuck. I have tears. What is going on with my streaming? I don't know why I'm glitching out here, sorry. I have tears in my eyes. Crit fishing with Soldier would have made Sith Governor a multiple stream long fight. Yeah. Yeah. Let's take what we got. Ever tried to use Sith disguise and talk to people you normally wouldn't? I haven't really done that, but I know there's dialogue. I know there's dialogue and cool things. Alright. Deadass thought it was my wonky interwebs acting up again. It's mine, sorry. Alright, let's see what we can do against the DAC. The NASDAQ Ben DAC Star Killer. Let's do this.